Hello and welcome back everybody, I'm Ryan of In and Out Gaming, bringing you your quick In and Out gaming reviews. This time around we look at the free-to-play MMORPG, Dragon's Prophet. Let's get started. To start with, Dragon's Prophet is an entirely free-to-play and free-to-download MMORPG off Steam by the development company RuneWaker. In this video I'm going to be breaking down the different categories of the MMORPG Dragon's Prophet and giving you my review on each of them. The first topic I'd like to cover is the visuals of Dragon's Prophet. They're okay looking, nothing spectacular, nothing out of the ordinary. It is free to play, so I suppose it is kind of understandable. However, I would like to mention the cutscenes in this game. There are a few of them, and they are pretty choppy, and it doesn't seem like there was too much effort put into them, so that was pretty disappointing. But overall, it's a pretty decent looking game. To kind of pinpoint the customization of Dragon's Prophet when making your character, there are 4 classes to pick from. There's the Guardian, which is kind of like the warrior fighter class. There's a Ranger, your standard archer, long range class. There's an Oracle, which is more like a healer, support, staff wielding class. And then there's a Sorcerer, which is essentially a mage. Pretty standard stuff. However, I was kind of disappointed that there was only one race to pick from. In my MMORPGs, I like options. I like that there's usually more races. In this case, there's just one to pick from. So I was a little disappointed by that. When it comes to the actual customization while making your character, it is pretty detailed. It's pretty in-depth. You can customize everything from, the structure of your nose, your mouth, your forehead, to different hair colors, different hairstyles, kind of the standard stuff, but it is pretty detailed, and so that was pretty nice to see. What I'd like to talk about is the story and the plot of Dragon's Prophet, and to be honest, it's pretty non-existent. When you log into the game, there's a cutscene, and then you get thrown into this little town where there's like a zombie apocalypse situation going down. You just have to defeat these random zombies and these big undead monsters, and it just felt really forced and pretty unnecessary. So I would say this is one of the most disappointing features of this game, the fact that there really is no story, there really is kind of nothing going on in this world. I really didn't feel connected to it. So I'm saddened to say that if you're looking for an MMORPG with a really riveting tale of a story, you're not going to find it in Dragon's Prophet. Of course, I can't talk about an MMORPG without talking about its combat system, and I'm glad to say that the combat in Dragon's Prophet is pretty nice. I really enjoyed doing all the different combos that you're able to do with your weapons. I felt like the ability registration was really smooth, really crisp. It picked up everything that I wanted to do, as well as the abilities themselves are pretty flashy looking. It seems like they put in a pretty good deal of time making your spells and combat abilities look really, really nice and register very, very well. So this game does have that going for it. It's very much like Guild Wars 2 and newer MMOs where you have to do a lot of dodging and rolling in and out kind of combat. So if you like that style, maybe check this game out, but overall the combat was pretty nice in Dragon's Prophet. The leveling and questing system of Dragon's Prophet is actually pretty overwhelming. You get thrown into a town after the quote-unquote tutorial is over, and there's just a bunch of NPCs with quests to do. Very standard stuff. Go kill this. Go get this. The usual MMO kind of things. However, it just gave me no guidance on where to go, where the mobs were, or even what to do for the quests in general. So I was pretty overwhelmed and pretty, honestly, uncomfortable questing and leveling in Dragon's Prophet. I definitely would like to talk about the dragons in Dragon's Prophet, hence the name, and I was pretty on the fence about the whole thing. For one, it's pretty difficult to learn how to catch and even tame the dragons, and that kind of goes hand in hand with the whole questing issue. It just felt really overwhelming and I didn't know what to do. As well as the animations of the dragons, the flying and combat animations were pretty weak. They were really, really basic, almost like the flying mount animation that WoW has had for the past 4 years. So I was really disappointed by that. One of the redeeming qualities of dragons, however, is that there are a ton of them. They all look different. They all have their kind of own abilities and customization when it comes to talent trees. So if you like the collect 'em all kind of Pokemon aspect, this game might be for you. But overall, I think the dragon aspect was pretty weak, considering that this is this game's focal point. Overall, I was pretty disappointed with this game. I would probably recommend it to somebody who doesn't have the money to buy newer games or pay for the current MMOs like WoW and Final Fantasy and things like that. Then this game could possibly be for you. But if you're looking for a really detailed, in-depth MMO, I really wouldn't recommend this game. I would, check out some of the other ones out there like Guild Wars 2 and even like Terra. But I hope that this game gets some updates. I hope that they fix some of the problems with it, and I'm gonna keep my eye on it. So, this has been my review of Dragon's Prophet. I'm Ryan of In and Out Gaming. Have a nice day.